Have you ever felt that you're doing everything that you're supposed to do? You are showing up, you are working, you're improving, but the results are not coming fast as you expect. Or maybe they are coming, but it's slowly. And in that moment, something starts to happen in your mind. You start thinking, maybe I need to change. Maybe I need to do something different. Maybe I need to tweak it. Maybe I need to do something that I have not learned yet. Maybe I should try something that I finally it will work. And before you realize it, you're adjusting everything all over again. But what if the answer is not about doing more, but about stopping? Welcome back to another episode. And today we're going to talk about the moment that we feel that we're doing everything, that we have checked all the boxes and nothing is happening. The results are not coming fast enough or as we expected. It feels like everything is slowed down. Like instead of moving forward, we feel stuck. So today I'm going to share more information about that because it's something that I have experienced myself. Because social media tells us that everything should be fast. Social media gives us so much information, which is good to a certain degree, but at the same time, it can be something that is stopping us from growing because we're doing what social media is saying. Sometimes we adjust techniques, we create a structure, but then we turn to social media and social media says, if this is not happening, then it's not working. You need to fix A, B, C, and D, and this is what's going to get you the result. It says that by this time, it should happen. Maybe you need to change the way you're doing things. Maybe you need to change a business. Your niche maybe is different. Maybe the way you're saying the information, maybe the product that you're offering. And before you know it, you're scattered. You're all over the place. One day you say your message one way, another day you change it, another day you put a structure, another day you take it off. One day somebody tells you register your business, another day they told you don't register the business because it's not going to bring you benefits. One day they told you to charge more, another day they tell you lower your price. And so when you continue to get your information on social media and not look at yourself, look at what you want to create, you will continue to be in chaos. You will continue to destroy your business and not just destroy that desire, that dream that you have, but you're destroying yourself because you're scattered, you're everywhere. Your energy is been outsourced to different places. You've been giving your energy to different people. You have given them the power over you and over your business. And that's where you need to stop. And I'm sharing this because I was there. When I was creating the structure for my business, I thought I needed to do more marketing. And then when I turned on to social media said, well, create a landing page. I created a landing page. Well, maybe it's because you did not create an actual really good website. You don't need just a landing page, you need a website. I created the website. Maybe it's because you have not created a structure on how to get those clients. Maybe you need to be more present out there in your community. I did that. And more information was coming out to the point that I was doing things that I already fixed. Now I was destroying it because I was like, maybe this is not working because of that. Maybe they're right. And I continued to be scattered in my business into a moment that it was so overwhelming that I said, enough. I can't take it no more. This is too much. Maybe I should have never started this business. Maybe creating the business, it was a mistake. Maybe I'm not good at this. I start to judge myself through what was happening in the external part without realizing that what was happening, it was because I was outsourcing my energy. I was outsourcing everything. I was giving everyone else power over my dream, over my desire, instead of looking at it and see, what do I want? Why do I want that? When do I need to sit still for a moment to really look at it? Why is it not working? Is it really not working? Or maybe I just need to adjust a few things. And many of us, we go into that mode of outsourcing our energy, because when we start the business, because it's a desire. It's a dream that we have. It's something that we have thought about it for years, and now finally we get to do it. And we start working on it, and we start building this thing that we want. But then as the business starts to grow, we start the game of comparison. We start to compare ourselves with other people who has a business maybe similar than what we're creating, and we start to compare ourselves with them. But the crazy thing is, we only see the results they have right now. We see the results that they show on camera. But what about the fights? What about the stress? What about the moments when things don't work out? The moments of those people when they feel like failures. The moments where they lost. We don't see that. And they don't show us that. They only show us the good things. And we're thinking that we should be where they are because they did a promotion today and then tomorrow they have a lot of clients. But we don't see how much work it was done behind the scenes. We don't see the reputation that they have to build up in order for that to work a little bit quickly. We didn't show those moments of not be able to rest because they were working so much. We didn't show those moments. We didn't show the sacrifice that they were doing. We're just seeing the results. And many of us, we want things to happen quickly because we see it on social media, and people tell us on social media that this is how fast it can grow. This is how quick it can be. This is how easy it is to grow your business. If you buy this class, this workshop, this book, or whatever, how easy it will be for your business to grow. And we believe that, and we keep going, and we keep going. And guess what we're doing? We're neglecting our business. It's like planting a seed, and then the next day you're coming to unbury the seed and looking at it. Why is it not growing? So you change it and you put it in another type of ground, and you bury the seed again, and the next day you show up and look that it's nothing, and you take it out again and plant it somewhere else, and you keep doing that over and over and over. And guess what's going to happen? The seed will no longer will come out to flourishing. It will no longer will turn into a plant because it will die, because it needs time to be buried in the ground for the plant to come out. So when we continue to put it in the ground and then taking it back out and doing it again and again and again and again, what we're doing is we're killing our dreams. We're killing our desires. And we're killing it because we're comparing ourselves to someone else, because we have lost our focus. We got distracted. And we need to come back and focus on what we need to do. And instead of saying, well, why is this not working? I'm doing everything, or I already did everything and it's not working. Well, maybe you already did everything. Leave it alone. It needs time. It needs time to rise up. A seed, when you put it in the ground, it doesn't rise up within the next day. You have to leave it there for a little while. And then when you come back and you see it coming up, instead of plucking it out because it's not big enough, you start to nurture the plant. You start to taking care of that plant so it can continue to grow. In some plants, they give the fruit within months. Other plants, they give the fruit within years. So you have to look at it. What kind of plant are you planting? How long it will take for that plant to give the fruit? Not because you're putting pressure, but because you're trusting that the fruit will come out. You don't need to pressure anything. Your job is just to taking care of that plant, to water it, to put fertilizer, to continue to taking care of that plant, because sooner or later it will give you the fruit. So many times we want to treat our business in a way of controlling it, of manipulation, and we want the outcome to be the way we expect it, the way we imagine. And when the outcome doesn't show up that way, we get angry. We get frustrated. We want to end everything and we say, well, this is not working. But is it really not working? Is that true that it's not working? Or it's just not working the way you imagine, the way you expect it to work? Because there's two different ways of looking at it. Is it really not working, or it was your expectations of what is working? And many entrepreneurs or many people who start something new, they want things to work really quick because we are focused on the wrong places. We're focused on someone else, or we're focusing on social media telling us what to do constantly. I'm not saying social media is something that you cannot adjust based upon that. You can, but you have to be very cautious. Cautious of what are you listening. Is it really something that your business needs, or you're making a decision because you're in fear? Fear that it might not work, or fear of falling behind. It can also be fear of you're not good enough. You can't carry this mission. And when you make a decision from those things, from those beliefs, the outcome, it will be chaos. It will be painful. But when you look at an information and you look at it and really analyze the information, not from fear, but from something like that you can learn, something that where you can see the information that you have in hand and you can say, maybe I can learn from this. What is this showing me, about my business? Is it something that I already implemented, or is just something new that it might be needed in my business, or I might need it? And when you try things out, don't go try something out on your business for a week and then right away you say, well, it's not working. I'm just going to close everything because it's not working. Let it be for more time. Let that information come to you and say, oh, okay, I see where I need to adjust, where it needs a little bit of tweak. Not to destroy everything, to start to transform your business, to start to transform yourself. And in that time, that seed, it will convert into the plant, into the tree that you desire. But it's going to be slow. And I see that everywhere. Everybody thinks that everything should work really quick. And I think that's the reason why many times when we have something going on our body, right away we want to go to surgery because we want to get out of the pain, whether it's an emotional pain or a physical pain. Right away we want surgery. But we don't want to change the way we're eating. We don't want to start exercising. We don't want to change habits. We don't want that because we want quick results. And sometimes those quick results down the road, they can become very, very painful. And even they can become to the point that it destroys your life. It destroys everything that you thought that you have. But when you change your habits, it's different because it's not only transforming the way you approach life, it transforms who you are as a person, as an individual. It transforms your environment, the way you look at the world, the way you connect with others. It transforms not just physically, emotionally, spiritually. It transforms everything because you start to create new habits, new way of walking life. And that extends into your business. Everything you touch, it becomes different because now you're on a different frequency. You're on a different energy. And the people that aligns with that energy, you don't need to continue to fight to get them to come to you to do more. But those people will recognize who you are. They will see it and they will automatically connect to you because they feel aligned with what you're doing, with who you're becoming, with who you are. They feel aligned and you no longer have to chase. It's impossible for life to not give you who you are becoming. It's impossible. You cannot make a change on yourself and not get what you desire. Many people say, but I'm making changes, but I'm doing this, and I still don't see the change. And I can tell you why. It's because we do the changes still from fear or still from a need. So we're still acting from lack. I'm going to change who I am so I can get more money, so I can get my business to grow. So you're still acting from lack. The emotion, the energy that is inside of you is still coming from fear. And it's not about just doing the action, but it's about changing where's that action coming from. What emotion you're feeling in your body. That's why I always said on the podcast that I have recorded previously on my social media, I always said, it doesn't matter what you do as far as affirmations. You can do yoga, you can do meditation, you can do all these things. But if you're doing them because you want something, or because you're afraid to get sick, or because you're still are running away from something, you will still be in the same place. It doesn't matter how many things you do. You can keep doing and doing and doing. You can be busy. But you will feel that, hey, I'm doing everything and I still have not accomplished what I'm supposed to have. But check your body. Are you really doing these things because you no longer need anything? Or are you doing these things because you're afraid that you might fall behind? Or you're afraid of not having enough? Or are you afraid that you will not be accepted? Or are you afraid that you will not be good enough? What is it that you're still afraid? Because whatever that is, you have to let go. One of the things that I learned from a coach, he said something very powerful that I never paid attention before. He told me that over and over and over, but I never really took it to heart. And to a certain point that I guess my mind, it was ready to receive that information. He said something like, when you leave your house, never, never leave your house with the sense of lack, that I need something. When you leave your house with the mindset, with the feeling that you have everything. No matter what it is that you're looking for, imagine, feel your body with that sensation of, I have everything. I do not lack anything. But never leave your house with the sense of lack, because what you're leaving your house with, you're going to come back with so much more of that, because you will connect with people who feel the same way and they will want more things from you. So every time you leave your house, you have to remind yourself that you don't need anything. You have it all. And it sounds crazy because it sounds like, how in the world I don't need anything, but I need money, but I need a job, or I need a client. I need to grow my business. And that is true. But you just got to do the opposite of that. Because when you do that, you start to tune your body into that energy, into that frequency of the power of the Creator. Because the Creator doesn't need anything. So you want to connect with the Creator, you want to receive the blessing, you need to become like the Creator, not needing anything. And when you don't need anything, everything shows up for you. Everything you need. Because you're no longer walking with that sense of lack. Your body is not connecting to the signal of scarcity. Your body is connected to, I'm enough. And one of the exercises that I'm going to share here with you to start building that muscle is that when you go out to eat, let's say you go with your family, or it's your birthday and they want to take you out to eat. Or matter of fact, whatever you do, you can use this exercise. Before you eat your food, tell yourself, I don't need this food. I'm okay. But I get to eat it to experience God's power, God's provision. I get to eat it because this is the way I can experience God through my body, through His provision. And I will delight in this food because I will delight in the power that the Creator has given me, in the power of His provision. But take a moment, don't eat it. Just look at it, smell the fragrance, and sit still. If you can do it for a minute, do it for a minute. Sit there and just look at the beauty that you're about to enjoy. Smell the food. Smell how great it looks, how the smell, it makes you even more hungry. Let your body feel that, because what you're doing is you're activating the power of provision, but not from lack. You're activating that power from wholeness, from I'm enough. Whether I eat it or I don't, I know I'm enough. And in the beginning, it will feel weird. It will feel like, why am I even doing this? And I think a lot of times that is the reason why we do prayer before eating. Because we're showing the Creator that He becomes first. Before anything, our connection is with Him. So if you're a person who doesn't pray when you eat your food, or you just are so tired and you just want to eat and go to bed and not make that time, I encourage you to start to exercise those moments. And you will see changes in your body. You will see changes in your mind. The way you feel is different because you will start to build that muscle that you have never built. Talk to the Creator. Start to show him that he is number one. Really, he is the number one. And in that moment, we understand what his word says. That if we put him first, everything else, it will be added. So anytime that you feel, I need money, I need to eat, first recognize that that's what you need. I'm not telling you to deny it. I'm not telling you just pretend that it's not happening and then you have all the money. No, because you're a human. You're not a supernatural person. You're a human. So when you acknowledge that need, you're recognizing that you need the Creator. You're recognizing that you need to be in connection with his power. So recognize that you need a job. Recognize that you need clients. Recognize that you need money. Recognize that you need your business to work. Recognize that you have a problem in your relationship and that you wish for that problem to go away and everything else to be better. But recognizing that is not mean you will continue to carry that problem. His word says that everyone that is tired to put his weight on him, to lay it on the altar. So that's what you're doing. You're going to recognize it and give it to him. God, I need more money. God, I need 5 more clients. But I understand that with you, I don't lack anything. I have it all. And I claim that in your power. And start walking and start feeling as a person who has it all in the power of the Creator. I'm not saying you're gonna recognize what you need and continue to walk like somebody who needs. No. Recognize what you need. Tell him what you need. Believe that weight on him. And start to walk as somebody who is connected with him and it doesn't lack anything. It has it all. You don't know how, you don't know when it's going to show up, but you're expecting that miracle, you're expecting that blessing to show up anytime. I want to leave you with a question. Are you adjusting because your business needs adjustment, or are you adjusting because you're afraid of the waiting? You're afraid of what the Creator is asking you to do. Why are you doing what you're doing? Are you still on the adjustment, or are you still on the waiting? Where are you at? Sometimes success is not about doing more. It's about staying long enough for everything to grow. Yellow diamonds in the